Welcome back to BPS, or as we like to call it, Tom,
Tales on the Riverbank.
Tales on the Riverbank, or as we otherwise call it now, the Cart of Hope.
Oh, I like that.
Cart of warm hope, because we're warm and we're toasty. Now, I can't help but notice, Tom, things have changed since we were last here.
It does appear so.
It does appear so. It appears that this has bred and had a litter of kittens. Very attractive glass kittens, if I may say so. The kind of glass that I would happily sell my granny for. What are these, Tom?
These are our Signature Primes.
They are a glass Signature Prime. I was going to say kitten, but that would be wrong. Let me show you what I mean. I mean, of course, these beautiful things. Now, Signature Primes. I'm going to go through some facts, Tom.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, with your best mastermind voice, will you correct me? You will. He will. 16 in the range.
Yes, correct.
Good. From 12 to 280?
12 to 280 with a 1.7 extender on the 280 as well.
That is very nice. Now, if you can't capture your cinematic masterpiece in those focal ranges, you need to go back to school. Is that true, Tom?
I'm not going to comment.
He's not going to say anything. I can say that. He can't. So that's a broad range.
Yes.
Massive range.
Yeah.
Most have got a common front, a 1/114.
Yes, so the two widest and the three longest are obviously, you need more glass.
Sure.
But the rest of the range is all 1/1/4 front,
Yep.
but also the gears are in exactly the same point.
So by that, of course, we mean hot swapping is really quick. It's just a tiny movement of your motors and just straight back in.
Yeah.
Swap, 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 which is what we need to do. And these were designed really for the LPL mount.
Yeah, it's completely a lens for the digital era.
Yeah, definitely. And of a look, and I know look is very subjective, but if I said a sort of creamy organic look, that's kind of how you see the world, would you?
Yeah, I think
Accept
these
that?
lenses are definitely designed as a blank canvas, and we can talk about the adaptability of them, but they're a blank canvas that allows the creative to be creative.
Yeah, I mean, they're not antique-y, okay? They can be used on a range of commercial products or feature films or TV, but you can, via a very clever feature, alter their look in camera. I, of course, refer to the magnetic inner filters.
Yes, so the rear filters allow us to change the characteristics of the lens, allowing us pretty much unparalleled adaptability of them. So we could put, as you say, you could put a net in.
Yes, nets.
You could put rear diopters in, or you could even go and customize some filters to really suit
Build
the
your
look
own.
that yeah.
On the camera prep day that I'm sure you've been allowed, but if not, you know what I'm saying. So flexibility, change the look in camera, bake it in, a lovely organic sort of as you see it kind of look, but sharp enough for commercial, but you can knock it back as you see fit. They flare nicely.
Yeah, got a very nice sort of natural flare to
Good,
them.
and an enormous range with a big focus throw for control.
And then I think the one thing that actually is quite a shock to some people that we should mention is the weight of them.
We haven't mentioned the weight, and we need to mention the weight because actually when I've played with these, it is, well, it's beyond noticeable. You pick them up and you go, my God, that's half what it feels like it should be.
Yes, and they're definitely a lens that you can say how light they are, but until you've felt them and held them, it's astounding.
I was juggling until I was told to put them down. And that's the magnesium body.
Yes, so magnesium outer casing just allows us to be a lot lighter. They sort of range between like 1.8 and 2 kilograms.
And that pays dividends all the way down because it means a lighter rig, it means a lighter stabilizer, all the way down because you've got that lighter design element.
Even to the point of they put less pressure on the motors that you've got with the WCU4.
And you say it's a telecentric design.
Yes, so a telecentric design, and that basically just means that when the light's leaving, and this is just putting it in simple terms, when the light's leaving the lens, it's coming out straight onto the sensor instead of at an angle.
So it's going straight down to the sensor.
Pretty much.
Okay, and that's obviously maximising the advantages of that LPL mount. Yeah. I mean, they weigh nothing, don't they? Really nothing.
Maybe not the throw-in.
It's all right. It's all right. I've got safe hands. I never ever drop a kitten. Now, tell me, what's that?
So these sort of gold dots are there for our LDS2 protocol.
Right.
And that may sound just like letters to some people, but what LDS is that's our lens data stream.
Right.
So lens data is letting the camera know what lens we're on, the focal distance and the aperture. So it's getting all of that information in camera.
That's brilliant. So that I can think of several ways that is useful. Yeah. The first one that jumps to mind is your remote
Yes, so the WCU4, when we were going through that, obviously, once you've paired the lens and the camera together and calibrated it, on the left you'll have your T-stop, and on the right you'll have your focus, but also it will show that circle of confusion.
And it will know it straight away.
And it will know it straight away.
From the contact here.
From the contact point.
Absolutely know what lens you've put on. You don't have to tell it. It's just straight off.
No. Yeah, it's once it's in, it will identify that a lens change has been made, and it will know what lens is on.
So it's brilliant there, but it's also useful for the post house. If they're building virtual worlds and they need to know your T-stop or where your focus points are, all that data travels back.
Yes, exactly right. Again, going back to that word security that you've mentioned quite a lot, obviously someone will still be taking notes of those points on the day, but that's embedded into the metadata, all of that information as well, so it's easily accessible in the post.
So I remember this sort of journey with your older lenses, perhaps. When you talk about these being lenses for the digital era, I mean, they truly are, but not just from a glass perspective, but also from a data perspective.
Yes, completely. They are a modern lens.
A modern lens for modern cinematographers. You've heard it here first. Thank you, Tom. We appreciate you coming in. You feeling warmer?
Much warmer, much warmer.
Feeling warmer. That's a brilliant look at these. I think it explains the ARRI ecosystem even better, and we'll have more to share with you very soon.